and welcome to Film Club Live. We are talking to you live from the BFI London Film Festival. My name is Stephanie and I am a Film Club reporter.
Hello, my name is Ben and I work at Film Club, and it's an honour to be at the centre of the cinematic universe this week.
Today we are joined by a special guest, Justin Johnson. He is the BFI children's programmer and has picked some great short films for families to see at the festival. Hello, Justin.
Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Ben.
Hello, welcome. Right, hot off the press, we've got questions already from our hotline straight away. So we're going to go to Film Club member Ruby, who's age 7, and she's called in to ask this question.
Hi, my name is Ruby. I go to St Michael's School. I am 7 years old. My teacher chooses our films at school. So who chooses the films you watch at a festival?
Okay, so just to repeat there, she asked who chooses the films for the film festival. They don't come out of thin air, do they?
No, so all the films we play at the London Film Festival have to be UK premieres. That means they cannot have been shown anywhere else in the UK. So we have to search literally the world for the very, very best films from all around the world. So there's myself, and I programme films for animated films and for children. And then I've got colleagues who may go to Scandinavia or to Asia or to Africa, and they're looking for the very, very best films from those countries. And they bring them over to London, and we watch them all together in the festival.
It's not bad, is it? Bit of a pick-a-mix for the best films. Great.
We also have a question from Carolyn, aged 9, from St Michael's School. She asked this.
Hi, it's Carolyn. I go to St Michael's School and I'm 9 years old. I would like to ask, what happens to the film when the festival finishes?
Okay, so just to repeat that great question there from Carolyn.
Very good question.
What happens to the films when the festival finishes? Do they have a life after the festival?
First of all, St Michael's School obviously a very, very good school, because excellent questions. What happens is some of the films that we show will get picked up by distributors. That means these are the people who buy the films and sell them to the cinemas to play effectively. So some of them will get shown in either your local cinema or an independent cinema perhaps near you. Some of them, and probably more like maybe 70% of them, will never get seen in the UK again. So this is the only opportunity, because there are so many films around the world that just never get the chance to be seen. Even when there are maybe, I don't know, up to 10 or 11 films being released every single week in this country, there's still so many films that we couldn't possibly watch them all. So that's why by having a festival you can really celebrate films that maybe would never get seen.
So there's a real exclusive nature
Absolutely.
to getting to a festival. So get down to one if you can in your local area. Right, looking forward to this. Me and Stephanie have been looking at all the short films for younger audiences that you programmed.
Yep.
Well done, sir. Great films, great
Thank
choices. But we chose our favourite 3, didn't we? They all have a magical theme to them. And the first one is, drum roll.
Just a Little, a film from Sweden about a happy singing pig. It tells us why it's okay to be different. Let's watch a clip.
Det var den första varma vårdagen. Lilla grisen kände sig glad och bestämde sig för att gå till sjön för att bada.
Jag är en liten gris och jag mår så bra. Vårens första varma dag och jag ska ta mig ett bad. Mitt humör är på topp och jag ska ta mig ett dopp. Solens strålar ger mig hopp och det pirrar i min kropp. Titta! En boll! Jag älskar att spela boll. Aj, den sticks. Hej. Hej. En taggig boll som pratar.
Jag är ingen boll. Jag är en igelkott.
Aha, det förklarar saken.
Jag brukar se ut som en boll när jag sover. Eller när jag är rädd. Eller när jag är ledsen.
Jaha, du sov.
Nej.
Var du rädd då?
Nej.
Då var du ledsen.
Ja, lite. Bara lite.
That's remarkable, isn't it? Always good to hear a bit of Swedish jazz. Great stuff. Now, you were chortling and giggling quite some when we watched this. And what do you really like about it?
I like the message that it sends to everyone, that it's okay to be different.
It's quite powerful, isn't it? So you got and the pig. We like the pig.
Yeah.
Talking pigs. Thumbs up. From
Yeah, the
Film
pig
Club.
was actually in another film some years ago that the BFI released on a DVD. So there are some people watching who actually may have seen. It was a film called Little Pig is Flying.
Wow.
And this is the second Little Pig film.
The pig is a star. More than one film.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Right, the next short film we are taking a peek at is.
The Secret Flower is from Denmark, and it's all about a young boy who wants to become a great magician, just like his granddad. Let's watch a clip.
Det var en mørk aften for længe siden, og efteråret var kommet til skoven. Natten lå tungt over den gamle cirkusvogn, hvor Svindel boede med sin oldefar. Og det er dem, vi skal høre om nu. Nogle gange lå Svindel vågen og lyttede til alle de mystiske lyde i natten. Svindels oldefar var verdens bedste tryllekunstner. Han kunne gøre alle de små ærter glade. Svindel ville ønske, at han var lige så dygtig som ham. Eller i hvert fald lige så modig. Isblomstens hemmelighed.
And we're back. Different kind of animation altogether there. Bit of sort of stop motion. It's always good to have a difference there. But there was one thing that really interested us and what we enjoyed. What was it? What did you like?
The talking bees.
Yeah, okay. Talking pigs, talking peas. But fascinating and quite eerie in parts, so quite a different tone. And we really enjoyed that. And our final short film clip, we went for, what was our final choice?
The Boy in the Bubble. This film is from Ireland, and it's all about a boy who magics himself inside a bubble after a girl breaks his heart. Here's a clip of the
This is the tale of a boy who used magic. His reasons were sound, but the outcome was tragic. Look at him, stupefied, trapped in a bubble. Allow me to outline the cause of the trouble. Rupert Shelley, for that was this young fellow's name, was like other children, but not quite the same. He'd gladly have faced any vampire or ghoul than the venomous creatures who plagued him at school. Here was a place of morose introspection, where books offered little by way of protection, till one day a new face appeared in the class. Flaming-haired Jill, her pale skin smooth as glass, eyes blue as sapphires, a nose like a kitten. Naturally, Rupert was utterly smitten.
Quite sad, that one. I needed a hug after that. So what did you really like about this one? Why did you pick this one, Stephanie?
The type of animation. It kind of reminded me of the animation in Despicable Me.
Ah, yes. It's a good comparison there, good compliment as well. And also, Justin gave us a little fact there, didn't you?
The
voiceover.
Oh, well, but the voiceover you may recognise because it's the actor Alan Rickman. And who did Alan Rickman play?
Severus Snape in Harry Potter.
Absolutely.
Harry Potter
5
fan
marks.
over there. Well, there you go. We've chosen our 3 clips. I mean, what do you think about Stephanie's programming there?
I thought that was perfect. In fact, one of my absolute favourite films out of all of them is definitely Just a Little. And I would have had that because it's got a great message and it's very upbeat and cheerful and really enjoyable, funny as well. Good choice.
And countries-wise, so went sort of all over Europe there. Is that good? Is that good? It's something you obviously encourage young young film fans to see films from different countries?
Absolutely. I mean, we are very dependent, because of obviously English language, we're very dependent on watching films that come from America, and there are some great films that come from America and some that come from the UK. But actually, as we've seen on there, if you look around, other countries as well, and as long as subtitles don't frighten you, which they shouldn't do, then actually you can suddenly watch films that are amazing from all different countries of the world.
It opens up so many more films, doesn't it? Indeed. Right, thanks a lot for your answers, Justin. Much appreciated. Thanks for coming in, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thank you very much for having me.
Great stuff. Right, now, it's Frankenweenie time. It opened the London Film Festival, so we're definitely going to be talking about it some more. Now, there's been an art exhibition that's also at the festival that's just opened up today. A little birdie chirping on my shoulder tells me that you got there first. Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh, she looks happy with herself. And what did you see?
You could see like the sets, like the attic and the bedroom and the classroom sets from Frankenweenie. And I also spoke to Alison, which is the producer of the film, and I got to ask her some questions about the film and what it's like to be a producer.
Wow, get that. And also you can see Stephanie's report on Friday's Film Club Live, so tune in for that if you want to see it. And you can see the exhibition yourself from today, and it closes on Sunday. It's free. Okay, brilliant. Frankenweenie, I would like a little bit more. Let's talk about the press conference we were at a few days ago. Very special indeed, had all the stars, including Tim Burton. And who did we send?
Film Club reporter Tanvi was there in the front row to ask the famous director a question. And here it is all on film.
Sparky is a great dog, a great friend.
The best dog a kid could have.
When you lose someone you love, they never really leave you. He'll always be in your heart.
I don't want him in my heart. I want him here with me.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris Hewitt and welcome to this press conference for Disney's Frankenweenie, which is of course the opening film of the 56th BFI London Film Festival. Without any further ado, let's welcome the filmmakers and the cast. Please welcome the producer, Alison Abate. Mr. Martin Short. The director of Frankenweenie, Tim Burton. Catherine O'Hara. Executive producer, Don Hahn. And last but not least, the great Mr. Martin Landau. Okay, fantastic. Tim, let's start with you. This film was made in London. You are an adopted Londoner. So how do you feel about opening the London Film Festival?
It's amazing, you know. I mean, and it is special because it was made. I mean, it's strange because when we first started the film, there was no Olympic Stadium, and by the time we finished, it was all. So it just shows you how long a film like this takes to make.
This is a film that you've come back to in a way, because you started this as a short film, a live-action short, 1984. Now you've come back almost 30 years later. What made you want to revisit Frankenweenie?
Well, it was looking at some of the original drawings, and I think at some point Don had mentioned the idea of it, I think, and since it was such a memory piece, like the drawings and doing stop motion and black and white and 3D, and then kind of thinking about like other kids you remember from school and weird teachers and, you know, your parents and all, it just became a real memory piece, and the purity of stop motion, and like I said, for me, the idea of seeing black and white and 3D stop motion was an exciting, you know, prospect. And then obviously being able to work with all these people that I've worked with in the past and love, and, you know, it just made it more special.
There's a young lady here in the front row.
I really enjoyed the film. Animations I watch are colour, but because this film was black and white, it made the theme more interesting. Were there any other things you wanted to do with this film to make it different?
You're talking to me? Yeah, no, you know what? It was very important. You're right about the black and white. That was a crucial element in it. I think it was something that it's hard to put into words, but for me it made it more emotional, and the idea of seeing like black and white and also the 3D element, it just, for me, it helps support what the people who worked on the film, the work that they did. I mean, when you look at these puppets and you see the reality of them and the tactile nature of it, and every little prop and everything is handmade and all, it just felt the black and white and the 3D process really shows you all the work that the artists put into it. And to me, you know, they're as long as with everybody up here, those are the people that really, I think the black and white 3D really shows off their work very well.
Edgar?
Hey.
Edgar, what are you doing here?
I know.
What?
I know.
Know what?
You know.
No.
I think I know what you know I know.
Look, I don't know what you think I know, but I don't know it.
Your dog is alive!
That's impossible.
I know it is so impossible, but you did it! So show me how, or I'll tell everyone. Oh, Mrs. Frankenstein! Shh.
Listen, there's actually an exhibition as part of the London Film Festival. Can you talk about the art of Frankenweenie?
Yeah, one of the exciting things that Disney really did for us was to realize how beautiful the artwork is and how special all of every prop and puppet is on the film. So we actually have a traveling show, and it's an exhibition of 3 sets, actually sets from the movie and puppets posed, sort of like you're seeing 3 little moments from the film in real life, and that will be at the South Bank next week, and so you can really kind of see what a real set looked like. And there's also something called the Desk of Tim Burton, which is just basically takes the puppet from his sketch design phase all the way through to a finished puppet, and so you can really look behind the scenes and see some of the magic.
Yeah, but the desk is a bit too clean.
Don, if I can just bring you in as well, because Frankenweenie, this iteration of Frankenweenie began with you in a strange way, didn't it? Because you went to Tim with the idea.
Yeah, I did. It wasn't a big leap. I think all I did was kind of go to Tim's office and hold up a mirror and say, look, you made this really great story years ago. Why? There's got to be more. And there was more. I think, just the Frankenstein mythology and being able to go back into some of the ideas that were turning around Tim's head for probably years. And all I had to do was kind of mention the name, and I think he took off running. And we had great collaborators, and that's the other thing about working with Tim that I love is he surrounds himself with people that he trusts and lets them do their work. So John August, coming in, wrote a great screenplay for us, and we kind of took off from there.
Fantastic.
Hi there, I wanted to say, Tim, I loved the score in Frankenweenie. It's fantastic, the music that Danny Elfman's produced. I just wanted to ask you how important you felt it was to work with Danny Elfman to use that music for a tone, both in Frankenweenie and in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've worked with him from the beginning of my career, basically, and, first feature film, both didn't know what we were doing, still pretty much in the same boat, but so I feel quite close to him, and I always feel like he, again, is another character in the film and helps to kind of solidify the emotions or whatever's going on, because there's usually a mixture of things going on, and I always felt very good at sort of guiding as another character in setting the tone of what the film is.
Death seems to play a prominent role in a lot of your stop motions. What's your fascination with bringing characters back to life?
When I was a kid, I always wanted to be a mad scientist. I don't know, just regular scientist was no fun. But I mean, a lot of those movies, there was something, it's not so much about bringing dead things back to life, I find that quite creepy, actually. It's more about creating, creation and doing things and making things, I think that's why I always love the Frankenstein story, because it's partially about creation and making things, and, that's what filmmaking is, and that's what stop motion is, and so for me, that's the fun of it. That's why, you like doing it. It's not so much about the business or, box office or reviews. It's about actually making something, and I think that's again why this was so special. It's like with a smallish group of people, real artists, and it's a more pure version of why you like making movies.
Sorry, boy. You're alive! Sparky! You're alive! I can't believe it! You're alive! I can fix that.
There you go, great stuff from Tanvi there, the first person to ask the question at that conference. Nice work. Right, most important thing in the whole webcast, I've got a joke about Tim Burton. Here we go. What do you shout when Tim Burton falls down in a forest? Tim Burton. Tough crowd. Is this mic on? It is, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, we've got some good facts that we have from Stephanie about Frankenweenie. Can you tell us a couple?
Did you know that the film took nearly 2 years to make, and you needed 24 pictures for 1 second of footage?
That is just how long it takes. Incredible that it takes so long. Right, Frankenweenie competition, you can see it on our site, but essentially your film club and your science class can see their own private screening of Frankenweenie at a local cinema. But what do you have to do to win?
Well, just tell us the name of an inspirational teacher that you have had, and tell us in 2 or 3 sentences why they're so brilliant.
It's so easy, so simple, and such a great prize. So just search Frankenweenie competition on our website to enter, and it ends on next Wednesday. Okay, good luck.
Sally, we have come to the end of today's webcast. A thanks to Justin for coming in to talk to us, and big thanks to all the film clubs that tuned in and the girls from St Michael's.
Yes, brilliant questions. And Film Club Live will be back tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. We'll be speaking to Alexander Abella. It's a screenwriter of a beautiful new animation called Zarafa, apparently about a giraffe that was knocking about in France a couple of 100 years ago, but it's supposed to be absolutely beautiful. So we look forward to tuning in then. Okay, that's us. Goodbye.
Goodbye.